So welcome to the vlog. I don't think I've introed this vlog yet. I was gonna start it before Thanksgiving, and then I didn't. So hello. It's about to be December 1st, if that gives you any idea of how long it takes me to edit these videos. I have quite a busy 2 weeks. It's the last 2 weeks of the semester in terms of classes. So I have to get, all my grades in for TAing. I have to do all my own stuff for school. I'm a little behind in my chemistry class, lecture review wise and also homework wise, which I tried to work on the homework last night and it was just not happening, and I was gonna work on it today. But I went on a date. So I thought this date was happening next Sunday. So I had allotted the rest of the day to work on my chemistry homework. But turns out I got the date wrong and it was actually today. And so the person texted me and was like, "Hey, is one still good?" And I went, "Huh?" Because I was like, there's no way they would say that unless it was today, right? Because why would you reconfirm a week before the date, And so I went, "Did we meet today when we were talking about Sunday?" And they were like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." I was like, oh no. Mind you, I had just gotten back to town after being away for Thanksgiving. I had I got here at 12:30. The date was at 1, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it in time. I'm not even at my apartment. I need to shower. I'm gross. You don't want to see me right now. And so thankfully they were really understanding. They were like, we can do it later today, or even next week if next Sunday is what actually works. And I was like, I can do it today. I just need an extra 30 minutes. So yeah, so I did that today and it went really well. We're going on another date next week, which is kind of crazy to think about. I have been in a weird phase of my life where I still feel like a child. However, I can feel the frontal lobe developing. It's almost there. I'm almost 26. I have 1 more year. And I can just, I don't know, there's been a shift in my mindset, I guess, where I just want to be more of an adult. I still feel like a child, but I've been meal prepping, I work out on the regular, I, have basically a 9-to-5 schedule. Obviously I do stuff outside of that, but and I don't know, I just feel like I'm maturing in a sense. And also just I have had this shift in mindset as well in terms of relationships, and so I just have not been in a relationship mindset for the past 5 years. And I don't know, something switched, especially since moving to back to college. There's just been a weird shift in my brain where I just really do want to find my forever person. And not saying that the person that I just went on the first date with is the forever person. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but I just have, I don't know, been wanting to go out and date with intention and stuff, which is so strange because I'm definitely more of an introvert. I've gotten a lot better with it. You could probably seen in my videos, maybe if you've been here for a while. Yeah, just relationship wise, I'm not a big person. I could relationship person. I kind of really consider myself arrow ace, or at least demi arrow, demi ace. Is demi arrow a thing? I know demi ace is, but I don't know if demi arrow is the right term. But anyway, I kind of consider myself along that spectrum. And so to have this shift in mindset where I do want to go out and find someone to be my person, maybe not for life, but at least for an extended period of time, seriously date someone, is very strange. And so I made a Hinge account, so it went well. I think we're gonna do something this weekend, which is nice. So yeah, just thought I'd update y'all on that. But yeah, anyway, so I wanted to do my chemistry homework, but I had that to do. And then I went to the grocery store. I had to meal prep. I had to TA prep. because, you know, I had to remind the students there was lab this week since we didn't have lab this past week because of the break. I also graded a little bit because there's like communication projects that are due, and they're pretty short. They're only like a minute and a half, like presentations, and so I've been trying to grade them as I get them. So I've been working on that. And then I really had to clean my room. It was so bad. Since I came in here and I was like running late to the date, I just threw everything onto the ground and just was like, I will deal with it later. And later came, and yeah, but we got it cleaned. And then a friend came over and we were just chatting about stuff. And then of course I had to debrief every member of my family about the date and all my friends about the date and now y'all about the date. So yeah, and now it is finally 9:30 p.m. Yeah, so I have quite a bit to do next weekend and really just throughout this whole week. I have a lot of homework to catch up on, mainly the chemistry homework, finalizing grading and stuff. I also really need to get into the lab this week. So hopefully Wednesday would be a good day for that, just with my schedule. The next week after that, I will be doing a lot of lab work, and then I'm gonna go MIA for 2 days and work on my finals, is what I've told my PI. And then after that, then it's like home free, and I'll have my weekend again, and yeah, so. Good morning. It is a beautifully cold, rainy, drizzly day, and I've been having a slow morning. I also kind of took last night off. I'm gonna have a busy week, 2 weeks. Finals next week, and then kind of the week before Christmas, I'm gonna be doing a lot of lab work, and so I was like, I'm just gonna take today or this evening off. So I went to a dance class, which was really nice, and then this morning I took some time to make some breakfast and I've made myself some tea, but I have taken too long because now I really need to get ready because I have class, and with the bus schedule I kind of need to get going now. So yeah, so I haven't even finished my tea, so I'm gonna chug this and get ready. So yeah, I just have 2 classes today, and then I have a TA meeting, but it's not going to be a long one since I finished my last class yesterday for teaching, which is kind of sad. But today I just need to go and clean up the lab because they used oil yesterday, so it's a mess in there. So it needs to be cleaned, but I don't think that will take more than 30 minutes, so then I might go home early also. So yeah, we'll see.
I have a lot of grading that I need to do as well, so I might just go home after I'm done cleaning so that way I can get some grading done.
Guys, I am done. I am done. So, well, in like 2 seconds, because I'm trying to get this thing to work. I have to submit like an artifact submission for the classes I taught, and that will just be like a communication project thing, so I'm just like linking it, and I hope I'm doing it right. I had to ask for help from like the assessment people who like do this because I couldn't get it to work. So I hope that I have it right now. So I just need to link these last 2 things, and then I am completely done with my first semester of my PhD, which is very crazy to think about that we're here already. So it's Saturday, and yeah, I didn't really want to film me working on my exams because obviously I'm working on my exams. But yeah, so I submitted the physics one on Wednesday night, and then I submitted the chemistry one yesterday afternoon. I had a bit of a deadline because the person I am seeing, we wanted to have a movie night, and so obviously I wanted to not cancel on them. So that was my little deadline, which I guess was a good deadline because it meant that I didn't have to stay up till midnight working on anything tonight, which was great. Or last night. But yeah, so I'm officially done. I still have to work next week, but I'm excited to just kind of focus on research, DNA extractions, and then I've been finally getting some code to work, which is nice. It's not looking the way I want it, but I am getting a plot, so that's good. And yeah, so things have been going pretty good this week, I think. Yeah, I can't believe I finished my first semester. It's really strange to think that it has already been a semester. It makes me think that like this entire process is just gonna fly by, because this has felt like the quickest like 5 months, 6 months of my life, but also the longest, so maybe it won't feel like it's flying by, but I feel like in the moment it does. I don't know, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know, actually. But as for today, I'm doing nothing. I'm gonna do absolutely nothing. Well, okay, so I do want to edit this YouTube video. I also need to make sure that the one that I uploaded that will be published tomorrow, which will be live by the time you're watching this, obviously, I need to make sure that one looks good. I also want to edit some TikToks I have, so we're just gonna do like a big like social media day, I think, right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on that for a little bit. I also want to do some crafting, so oh, I didn't show y'all. Did I show y'all? I don't know. I finished my shawl. Finished my Halloween shawl finally. Ta-da! It's massive. I love it. I added fringe on it, which I think was just such a fun detail, and I just love how the colors worked up. It's a shame it is December, but that doesn't mean I can't wear it, so I'll still wear it. I was wearing it the other day, but yeah, I'm very happy with this. I am gonna unravel this because I lost some stitches, and so I need to go back basically to the beginning. But I also am making another scarf just because why not? I was gonna knit this I found like a really pretty pattern that I liked, but I don't think this yarn really fits. I feel like I need needles that are way too, or I don't have big enough needles for how I think this should go for knitting specifically. So I am doing the painstaking process of unraveling this, which isn't great because it's such like a sticky yarn that now falls apart. Those are kind of the crafting plans for today. I also want to read. Of course, I have Assassin's Apprentice I'm working through that I haven't touched in a while, and we're definitely getting into a spot that is very interesting, so I do want to read that. I had the Songbird in the Heart of Stone, which I'm working my way through, and I'm loving. Something happened that I feel like should have been pretty obvious, but I just wasn't expecting. And so I'm like really excited to keep reading. And then I also have a Holly Jolly Ever After, which is the second book in this series. I forgot what it's called. A Christmas Notch novel. So like the first one is A Merry Little Meet Cute. So yeah, I would like to start this as well, today preferably. And then tonight I have Cohort Christmas. Anyway, so I'm gonna do some editing and I will see you guys later. Bye.
She has a wild card.
No, I do not.
You better not.
What?
You didn't say Uno.
You didn't say Uno!
Uno!
Whenever I put my 8 down.
No.
You did not.
Take 4, bitch.
No one heard you. Something happens whenever you already win. No.
I knew you
I
had a
win.
wild card. You didn't say Uno.
You didn't say Uno, you forgot.
You just want to be careful. No stain.